Hey, welcome to another episode of DJ Crypto. I'm here to explain to you how to win in a bear market, or like when the market's crashing and things are coming down, or red days. There's a lot of different terms for these things, but what tends to happen is people get emotional. They get scared and um, they start seeing their investments and their portfolios missing out or losing money, and they start to panic. And so that's the common attitude to have during these down markets, these down trends. And we just have come up out of a couple really intense crashes where we're seeing 30 to 50% of losses in a lot of these altcoins and some of the major coins. And so I wanted to talk to you because I've been through a lot of these market corrections, and there tends to be a way that you can actually utilize those for your benefit. And so when you can look at this and say, "Oh, it's a red day, yes," and you can actually see that as a positive, that's when you're going to win. So first of all, my first tip for winning in a bear market is don't allow your emotions to make the decisions. Now, when you're losing money or gaining money, there's going to be an emotional response, positive or negative. And when the market is crashing down, you're going to have this feeling of, oh, if I don't get out now, I might lose everything. Now, if you're invested in coins that are good, in solid coins, and not these garbage coins, but good solid coins that aren't necessarily the reason for the crash, or directly affected by the crash, they're going to rebound. Chances are they're going to come back up. Now, you never know when that rebound is going to happen. And so my advice to you during this crashing moment is don't let the emotion make the decision. What you do, or what I do, and I've seen it time and time and time again, where on these crashes, that's where I make the most of my money. The green days and when things are going up, that's great, but there's not a lot of opportunity during those to buy in and make money there. But on red days, that's where the real money is made. That's where the big players, the people who are making lots of money, that's when they're making money. So let's get you doing that. So what I ask myself during these crashing moments, when I'm thinking of making a decision, trading out some of my coins, and I'm looking at it going, okay, do I want in on this coin? I've got a lot invested here. If I pull out, I can save some money on the crash. What I ask myself is, would I advise someone I care about to make this trade? At that point, that removes me emotionally from that decision. Would I advise someone who's in the same situation to make that trade? And when I ask that question, I can answer that honestly, and I can say, well, usually 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. The worst thing you can do is sell low. So for example, I'm going to take you over here to Power Ledger. Is a good example of this crash that happened just yesterday. So we've got Power Ledger here, and you can see yesterday it was doing pretty good a few days before, and then yesterday it crashed with everything, just came to a plummet. And when you wake up in the morning and your investment is sitting here, and you go, oh no, if I was to sell, all of a sudden it starts to rebound and it's not returning to where it had plummeted to. And so that I'm selling at a low point, and now if I want to be in on that currency, I now have to buy back in at a high point right here. So what you can do is ask yourself, would you advise someone you care about to make that same trade? And if the answer is no, don't do it. All right, so the second piece of advice that I would give is, as soon as you see the market crashing, do a little research. A quick Google search will usually tell you. Now there can be a lot of misinformation, but generally, if you just look for a few minutes, you can find why the market's crashing. You can find that this last one, North Korea was pulling all their money out because there was an announcement by their government that they were going to shut down all trading of cryptocurrencies, or at least that's how it was interpreted. Later, it was clarified that that wasn't the case, and the market has rebounded. But you can usually see what's causing it, and if you know what's causing it, you can sometimes anticipate or understand how far it's going to go or what might happen, and that can allow you to make better decisions. So I would quickly do a little research, find out what's causing the crash, and that will allow you to make informed decisions instead of emotional decisions. Because emotional decisions are almost always going to lead you with the general populace, which is losing money on red days. And then number 3 is if you're invested in good quality coins with good tech behind them, with a future, a good roadmap of where they're going, you're going to be in coins that are going to continue to grow over time. And so what I recommend is when those big dips happen, that's opportunity. So buy in more, double down your position, increase it. As you do that, as you buy on these big dips, what I do is I always go and I look through all of the coins I'm invested in and a short list of the ones I'm looking at. And I see, okay, which ones have taken the biggest hit? Which ones have moved down the most and dipped the most? And when I see those ones, I analyze it and look at, is this coin negatively impacted by is the actual value of the coin or the integrity of the coin and the company behind it, is that going to be long-term or permanently impacted by this crash? Or is something in the news actually impacting this coin? If the answer is no, then you know that coin is most likely going to rebound. And so I look for the ones that have taken the biggest hit and I double down into those ones. And I say, okay, if this is down 70%, that gives me the largest opportunity to rebound on this when it was stable before the crash, right? Because if it's stable before the crash, most likely it's going to come back up to that value. And so I would look at your portfolio, look at the coins you're invested in, and think about doubling down on the ones that are the cheapest at the moment. That way you're going to actually make money a day, a week later from the red days. That's the best way to make money in this crypto market. Do a little research, find out what's happening, and then put more money into the ones that look like they have the biggest potential to rebound. And then number 4, I have some buddies who do this a lot. I tend to stay away from this because there's a lot of risk involved. But if you know the news on why this is happening, you can try to sell high and buy low. What that means is when you see the market starting to crash, you can sell your position in a coin and then wait for it to drop down and then buy a position in lower. So that when it comes back up, you've just increased your number of coins and your overall value. Now, it's hard to anticipate where those points are going to be. And so I tend to stay away from that. I look more into the doubling down into coins that are valuable and coins that are going to move after the crash or after the bear market is over. These don't last forever. Markets are fluctuating, especially cryptos, and the market moves a lot in this space. I mean, you can see just the last 2 days we've had some really big dips and upswings, and the market moves a lot. And so in cryptos, things move so quickly. When we say, you're going to have to wait out the bear market, a lot of times that's 3 days, 5 days, and then we're back to a bullish market. And the bullish markets tend to last longer. And so that doesn't always go that way. Sometimes the bear markets can be a couple months. But keep an eye on those coins that are dropping and look to invest in those. And as you double down, as you don't panic sell, right? As you don't look at it and go, oh no, I'm down 60%. If I sell now, I can still have something. If you do that, you're banking on the fact if you sell at that point, most likely you're going to miss the rebound. It's going to happen very short after you sell, and you're going to be out significant amounts of money. And so look more at those drops as opportunities to buy in. I always try to keep some cash liquid, whether that's in Tether or whether that's in Bitcoin or Ethereum, something that's not in an altcoin where I can access it quickly and buy in during these types of swings, downward trends. That way I've got some capital to put toward increasing my position into coins that I believe in. And so I really hope this helped you. I love when we have these big crashes. It's so exciting and tons of money to be made. I hope that you are out there making money off of this amazing cryptocurrency market that we're in right now. 2018 is going to be fantastic. See what you can do to increase your retirement fund. And if you have any questions, please post them below, and I would be more than happy to answer your questions and help you make money. All right, thank you so much. Best of luck to you. DJ Crypto out.